and not get distracted, because sometimes I get distracted and I forget what the question was or my train of thought. So I'm just letting you guys know right now, like if I don't pay attention to your comments, it's not because I'm trying to ignore you guys, okay? It's because I'm trying to stay locked in. We staying locked in right now, okay? I didn't overthink it, and it was magical. See, sweetness. She knows. She knows. All right, let me turn off this music. That way, like, I don't get issues about it. So, let's get into the first question. All right, let me see. Where is it at? All right. Hey, so I thought I would hop on here as a chat GBT. It's not really much help, lol. Little backstory. My kid's dad and I separated 2 years ago, 15 years together. I'm 29. I took that time to refer my sexuality as he cheated on me. There was one person that was just casual, but we had really... I thought I fixed these. All right, hold on. We're not gonna answer that other one. Do you believe in drunk people saying the truth? Talked to this one guy for months. Finally hooked up once, but the day he decided to get drunk, I mean, texting every minute, freaking out if I didn't text back right away. But he calls and says he effing loves me. Next day he said, don't mention it. I would say just be careful with the whole drunk texting, because yes, sometimes when you get drunk texts, they will tell you like how they really feel, but at the same time, they're also going to tell you lies, meaning like they're going to tell you what you want to hear so you can meet up with them, hook up with them, so they can come and see you, because I've seen people do both. Now, I would just say take everything with a grain of salt, because like why do people got to wait until like drunk texting? Like, why don't you believe them? If they can't tell you sober, I wouldn't believe it, because you know how you said the next day he just said don't worry about it. He probably didn't mean it, you know, because if he was like, hey, don't worry about it the next day, clearly he was just drunk texting, and he was probably just trying to get some. Like, at the end of the day, I think he was just trying to get some, and he was trying to tell you whatever you wanted to hear. That way, you know, you could give him some, because there's some people who also, like I said, who will lie through their teeth while being drunk because they want to get some from you, or, you know, maybe meet up with you. But at the same time, like, that's why it's hard to say. At the same time, there's some people who will tell you how they actually feel when they get a little lit. So I would just pay attention to him the next day where he said, don't worry about it. Clearly he's not interested, because he was like, oh, like, forget what I said yesterday. I didn't mean it. I was a little drunk. So situation always tells me, well, where are the glasses? I'll wear them on Thursday on the next live. I'll wear them on Thursday. I was kind of in a hurry just because I was running all over the place real quick, because I was trying to like fix the questions, and I thought I fixed them, but I didn't fix them. And then I was trying to post some things on IG, so I couldn't do the hair today. He probably knows his place and he took it back. Does he feel something? That's true too. Saludos, Lupe. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? All right, let's get into the next question. What is your opinion on the magical winds? Now, my opinion is shit happens. You know, like sometimes you're pushing air in, the air got to come out somehow, right? So it's never ruined the moment for me, and I know for other people it's never ruined the moment for them, just because when I posted this similar question before, girls are like, oh, we both just giggled and then just kept going, right? Because it happens, you know, unless when those magical winds came out and they came out through the wrong hole, and it started, you know, musting up the place, you know what I'm talking about. That's a little different. But usually the magical winds, they don't have that smell. So you should be fine. Like I said, if you've kind of had the runs or something like that and it came out the other hole, like without pushing air in there, okay, that might be a huge turnoff. But those aren't the magical winds, right? The magical winds are the ones where, you know, sometimes the air gets pushed in there. You know, what you should do when you feel the air coming out, put it on his face and it just feel like a fan. Especially here in Arizona, it's fucking hot as fuck right now. It'll feel like a fan. You just, you know, I would be like, you know, hair all up in there too. So it's never an issue. Like, I've never heard a guy say, oh, it's a problem, and then stop doing something. So, all right, next question. I know not all men, but why do some guys that are 30s look for young 20 girls? He talks about tightness, but it just seems weird to me. No, it's not about tightness. It's just maybe sometimes they want somebody who's younger. They want to feel younger, if that makes sense. They want to feel younger. They want to, sometimes in their 30s, some guys go through like a midlife crisis and they're like, I can still pull somebody in their 20s. Watch this, and they just feel, maybe they feel younger if they get somebody else. And especially if they get older too, because I've seen some people in their 40s, 50s try to get girls in their 20s. And sometimes the girls in their 20s, they'll be okay with it because they want somebody who's older, aka sugar daddy. So I mean, I think it just totally depends on the person. But I would just say, like, if always date around your age if you can, meaning like if you're in your 30s, date in your 30s. If you're in the 40s, because sometimes when you start getting a little bit older, age different really doesn't matter as long as you guys are vibing. But I think it would be weird if you're like 50s and then you're dating somebody in your 20s, because that's a huge age gap, right? So I would just, if they just let them do their thing. Like if they want to do that, then do it. You know how some people were like, oh, I see a bunch of like 30-year-olds dating 20-year-olds. Fuck it, let them do it. Just at the end of the day, just worry about you. Let them do whatever they want to do, right? If they want to date somebody in their 20s, because if you're in your 30s, you're probably, hopefully, a little bit more mature than the people who are in their 20s. Because let's be honest, like in your 20s, I remember I thought I was super mature. I was not mature at all. I was a fucking I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, and that's why I always say, like, how were you at that age? If you're in your 30s, like say you're 30, like for example, I'm 36, gonna turn 37 Saturday. Would I date somebody who's, for example, say 25? I don't think so. Because I remember me in my 20s, especially in my 20s, I wasn't looking to be like super serious. I was in a serious relationship like some of my 20s, but when I wasn't, like, I wasn't trying to be super serious with somebody. I was having a good time. Like, I was really immature too, so, but if you're looking to just have fun, go for it. All right, next question. All right. How do guys feel about dark, intimate area? So this is not a problem, right? Because if you guys are already being intimate and hooking up, they probably don't care. And most of the time, like when I've answered a similar question too before, the guys they don't care. As long as they're getting some and it feels great and it doesn't stink, they're all for it. Because that's what happens. There's some guys who get dark in certain areas. There's some guys who don't, right? It's never been a huge turnoff for most guys. And if it is a turnoff for them, that's not somebody you want for you, because if that intimate area, because it happened to go dark, they don't want you, okay, cool, your loss. So but again, it goes back to the what's it called, the pooch, the mom pooch, the stretch marks. Most guys do not care. I'll tell you that right now. Most guys do not care. Sometimes I say, grab onto that mom pooch, right? That way it's like for higher RPMs, like while you're doing it missionary, you got one leg here, you grab on that mom pooch right there, and then you're going to get like full thrust action. Just saying. It could happen, okay? Thank me later. Thank me later. Okay, but where do I find your hat? So this hat, I don't think you can find anymore. This was part of their Valentine's Day drop over at New Era, because you see how it has like was this one of those? I think it was. I think this was one of the Valentine's New Era drops. So I don't know if it's available, but I got it straight through New Era. Not you showing us what to do. Hey, I'm trying to put you guys on game, right? I'm telling you, full thrust. I love your super freak dance. Gracias. I appreciate you taking notes. See, Crystal's taking notes. She knows what's up. Okay, I appreciate you. You guys should be coming in with pen and paper whenever we do that. Look, hold on. I got my notebook right. Okay, I have other stuff in there. But all right, next question. All right, where did I leave off? All right, I've been waiting so long to tell you this. I dated a guy back in middle high school years. After high school, we went our separate ways. I have 2 children, but let me be honest. Me and my ex had contact now, and then I'm with my baby daddy now, but the relationship is just like roommates. First part. Second part, we agree that we are just co-parenting in the same house. Anyways, my ex hits me up now, and then we go MIA at times. But recently saw each other. He mentioned how he misses me and that he's happy to see me have my own children, but at the same time, he's upset that it wasn't him. He mentioned how many parts? He says it was supposed to be us creating a family and that I didn't wait on him. We saw each other the second time and everything got heated up, but I don't know what this is about, man, but I love everything he does to me. He says that hold on, how many parts is this? Nothing serious because I really don't mean him connection, but I can't go back to him. All right. I don't plan on having nothing serious. I'm happy to be a mother because I remember this one. Okay, this girl sent 9 parts. Okay, I love and care for him, but I can't have nothing serious with him. Okay, you keep saying the same thing over and over and over. Okay, I remember this question. First, no 9 parts. I'll only do 2 parts for here going forward. Only 2 parts. If you take up more than 2 slides, we ain't doing it. Now, you keep saying on the questions that you can't have anything serious with them. Why would you keep going back to, or why would you give this person any attention, right? If you know you can't, anything can't be serious, he's gonna tell you what you want to hear. Oh, I'm mad because it wasn't us making a family, this is and that. You guys are going back and forth. Girl, you just answered your own question. Just hit it and quit it. I'm just saying, move on. Move on from your ex, move on from your baby daddy. You know how sometimes some people are going through 2 different guys. They're like, I like this guy, but I want to be with it. No, you don't like either, because if you don't know how to choose in between the both guys, you don't like any of them. I remember I had a question where this girl was like, I have these 3 guys. They each bring different things to the table. I don't know which one to choose. You don't like any, because if you like more than the other, you could choose one, right? Because they did a study a while back ago. When you give somebody more than 2 options, they're probably not going to choose any. If you have A and B, usually you'll choose A or B, right? If you have A, B, C, and D, you're not going to choose any. It's really weird how it works. But moral of the story, my advice to you is that if you keep saying to yourself that you can't be with this person, you can't be with them. Why are you sitting there thinking that there's something going to be there? This other guy's just breadcrumbing you, feeding you stuff. And if you feel like you kind of want to be with this person, but not with the person you're with, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you want any of them. So I'm just letting you know. All right, next question. Again, we're not doing I remember this 9-part one because when she was when I saw this, I said, this is the last time I'm going to do anything more than 2 slides, because some people be wild and sending these long ones. Okay, we can't be sitting here and reading each slide. 9 parts? Come on, girl. All right, next question. Been talking to a guy for over a year, met once. He kept canceling our dates for the first few months. I don't chase, so went in my merry way, dating others, and got into a relationship for a few months, February through May. I posted a BF on my story. Guy A was pretty bothered and asked why I was with someone else. He kept girl, go and tell him you kept canceling dates. You never wanted to hang out with me, and now you're upset that I got with somebody else because you weren't giving me no attention? The audacity of this man, okay? The audacity must be on sale wherever he's from, because he has plenty of it. He didn't put no effort into you, kept playing games, kept canceling dates, wouldn't treat you the way you wanted to be treated, and then you get with somebody else who actually treats you well, and now he's just like, why'd you get with somebody else? Girl, you should have been like, well, next time that you have somebody's attention, maybe if you treat them right, they might stick around. But I'm not gonna be dealing with your BS. So, and I'm glad you didn't go back, and you can clearly tell that you hurt his ego, because it's really easy to hurt a guy's ego, you know? And that's what happened there, because he was just like, what the fuck? She's not with me? She's happy with somebody else? She ain't chasing me no more? What's going on here? You know? And so that's why he messaged you saying being upset that you were with somebody else. So like Miss Baden says, you dodged the bullet there, girl. I'm glad you missed that. I'm glad we got rid of that guy, because clearly he was just there playing games, and now he just wants to continue to play games. So we don't need that. All right, so let's get into the next one. All right. Anonymous, please. It is. So I just came out of a 13-year relationship. I gave myself a little less than a year so I could feel comfortable being with another guy. I met my healing guy, which was, that's what I call him in a dating app. We texted for about 2 weeks and then decided to meet up. We hit it off the first night. Jesus Christ. Is this the next one? No. Why are all these fucking out of order? See, this is why I don't like doing more than one slide, because for some reason they saved on my thing out of fucking order. So we're gonna skip that one for now. I'll get them fixed, don't worry. I've been with someone for 16 years and we both have cheated. I buy lingerie to send pictures to my side guy to tease him. He also married, but I get from him what my partner never gave. Like, why wouldn't you just leave? You know what I mean? Like, you guys are both cheating. Like, you buy lingerie for the other guy. Like, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? What is going on here? Like, you're clearly not happy with your person. He doesn't give you what you need. So you go and mess around with another dude, and he's also cheating. It's just a whole cheating fest over there. Like, and imagine when you guys get caught, how, like, because one of those lingerie pics the wife might see it of the other person, your husband might see it, and you said it too. He doesn't give you what your current husband gives you, then why are you with him? If he's not fulfilling you, instead of having a conversation with him, communicating with him, be like, yo, I don't like this, this, and this, and if he doesn't want to fix it, then begin the process of leaving. Like, it's so easy, just like ghosting, it's so easy just to go and cheat. That's why some people just go and cheat, because they would rather just go mess around with somebody than go through the whole divorce, separating, like dealing with that, which that's what they need to deal with, not the let's go cheat. So you're just in a whole mess, girl, right now. Yeah, it may seem fun, it may seem fulfilling right now, but the moment you get caught, because it's not if you get caught, it's when you get caught, it's all gonna come downhill, and then you're gonna wish that you would have never done this. So I'm a nurse, but what all you get, STI, LOL, who's gonna break the news to the spouses? Oh, and that's another thing too. Imagine all these juices flowing around. You're cheating on your husband, he's cheating on, like, and what if they're cheating? So now, like, they have somebody else, and then you just have all these juices flowing around. Like, your risk is super high to get some sort of disease, catch some sort of STD. Like, you think you won't, but keep on doing your thing and we'll see what happens. So, and imagine you're sending him proof too. When you say you buy lingerie to send him pictures of you in lingerie, you're sending him proof, evidence to get caught. Like, imagine he gets them. The husband's gonna be like, I never got none of these fucking pictures. It sounds like a concoction for a great reality TV show, but also a shit show in real life. So I'll tell you that right now. All right, next question. They say men are always horny, but I'm a girl and I love S. My man feels like I for it every day. Could he be from the other side? Can any of the girls here that feel that the same way? Where do I find a man that wants to enjoy me? Because 4 times a week, because a girl needs. And see, this is why you have to pay attention to your person in the beginning, because or the moment you feel like the intimacy is going down, it's either not spicy anymore, it's getting comfortable, or you guys aren't exploring new things, trying new things. Like, because if you want it every day and he's not giving it to you every day, then that's a problem, right? And it's a problem too that you let it happen. Some people let that shit happen, meaning, like, say for example, you're doing it 5 times a week, and then one week you guys do it 4 times. And you're just like, whatever. Like, maybe there's, unless there was a communication, be like, oh, I was sorry about yesterday, I was super tired. You tell him, be like, yo, hey, like, what happened yesterday? Like, we usually do it 4 times a week or 5 times a week. We did it 4. And then he's gonna be like, oh shit, like, she noticed the one time. Because sometimes the guy's like, oh, she doesn't eat it 5 times, only 4. And then from 4 it goes to 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then once every month, and then once every year. You know, it just starts getting longer and longer because you guys don't say anything. And you guys should be saying something right away. Be like, yo, we were doing a lot more. What happened? And that's why, like, your guys' intimacy levels change later on, because, like, you still want it a lot because you hardly get it. And then he's just, like, comfortable. He's like, girl, I've been giving it to you once a month. Why are you complaining? So, or if he was like this from the beginning, that's when you also know, hey, maybe this person doesn't match my intimacy level, my spiciness level, because I like to do it a lot. He barely likes to do it at all. It's fine for now. No, it's going to be a bigger problem later on. And so that's why you always have to be careful in the beginning and call them out in the beginning too. Wait, 4 times a day? When do you guys work? Oh, I saw that. I love the Susia questions. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. So let's wrap that up. If you guys do it, the moment you guys start doing it less, bring it up. That way they don't get comfortable. And in the beginning, when you guys first start hooking up with them and you feel like they don't match your spiciness or your intimacy level, like it's not on the same, it's going to be a bigger problem later on. So I think that would be something to talk to them, be like, yo, I need it more. And if they're like, oh, no, this is enough, then it might be a problem. So just letting y'all know. Sorry, we're getting a little parched over here. All right, next question. My dirty little kings, I love when he eats my and takes my throat as his. He sucks my toes and licks my bottom of my feet. Amazing. But the best and the favorite part is after he finishes that I lick him and off of him. Now, girl, we love a freak. We love a freak. Okay, and so I'm glad you sent that question in, because I want these ladies and these fellas to know that if you're not getting freaky like that, like exploring, licking, booty, like all sorts of stuff, like there's so much stuff that you can do in the bedroom and people do not explore. And that's why I started naughtyscience.com, where I sell adult tools and restraints and all stuff for science experiments. You know, we do a lot of stuff for research over here, because if you're not including stuff like that, then I feel like your intimacy, your spice level is going to plateau at some point, because it's just going to be repetitive, the same positions, the same routine that you guys do. But when you start including some toys, different stuff, trying new things, it just makes the experience a lot better, right? So if you guys haven't, shout out to everyone who has purchased stuff over at naughtyscience.com. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate it. You know, and so you have to also, like, I say you have to start including stuff. I'm not saying get crazy and like get this wild shit. Maybe start with some restraints, you know, maybe start something, you know, that vibrates for you and her, right? You know, there's different stuff to do. I love restraints. That's my thing. Like, I love tying people up. You know, so if you're ready for some experiments, if you want to be dominated in that way, I got you, girl. But that's one way to keep it interesting too. So I'm glad you sent the question. Stay freaky, but also everybody else who has a pretty vanilla intimacy life or not very spicy, maybe start including some toys, and don't wait until like it becomes a huge problem. You know, be like, let's try this, let's do this. So, all right, next question. Do players ever change? Now, Are you talking about cheaters? Are you talking about players? If you see somebody who is a player, like say he talks to a lot of girls, is always with a bunch of different girls, is from one girl to another, why would you get into a relationship with that person? Because there's a lot of people who will say, I can change him, or I'm different, because he's going to tell you, no, you're different. Like, this is going to be different. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so different. I can change him. And then you get, fucking cheated on, you get left, and then you're like, what happened? I thought I was different. If you see their pattern already, why would you change? Or not change, but why would you go after him? He's just gonna keep on the same thing. He's gonna tell you what you want to hear. He's gonna be like, no, you're different. You make me feel different. Like, it's gonna be different with you. He probably told all the other girls that. And same with cheaters. Like, if you see them in a pattern of cheating, what makes you think that they're not gonna cheat on you? Like, pay attention to if you know this dude is a cheater, a known cheater, and then you get with him because you're like, I'm different. He loves me. I'm his cinnamon apple. No. Pay attention to the patterns, because they're probably gonna repeat. I've told this before too. Like, I had a buddy who he got with a girl who was always cheating on her man. Like, not man, but man's. Every time she was in a relationship, she cheated on that person. And then she cheated on her man with him, and he cheated on his wife, and they got together. He left his wife, she left her man, and then they were together for a little while. And then guess what happened? His ass got cheated on too. She cheated on him too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to pay attention to the freaking patterns. Like, if he would have seen clearly he cheated on her, or he cheated on him, he cheated on him, he cheated on him. But guess what? We're together now. She's not gonna cheat on me. No, you're there for a little bit, because girls do it too, guys do it too. So that's why I say, pay attention to their pattern. If you see them always constantly like player in their player ways, you're not gonna change them. Are you gonna, like, should you take the risk to see if he changed? That's on you. If you know his pattern and then he does the same thing to you, that's on you. Don't come crying back here. Same with cheating. If you know he has a pattern on cheating and you think you can change him, and then you come here and you're like, he cheated on me, I'm gonna be like, girl, I told you. I told you. You paid attention. Like, you knew he was a cheater and you got with him. And then also, like, if you're with them and they've cheated on you multiple times, they're probably gonna keep doing it. So, because again, if you want to give them a benefit of the doubt, like a second chance after they cheated one time, again, everybody's situation is different. But if he cheated that one time, you forgave him, and then he cheated again, and then you forgave him again. There's somebody I know who, like, I was having a subscribe channel. If you haven't subscribed to IG channel, definitely, it's only $1, okay? Cheaper than a cup of coffee. I was having a conversation because she was having I basically told her to leave. This man had cheated on her probably like 6-7 times. And every time he was like, I'm gonna change. It's different. No, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Like, gives her the same old sob story, but she doesn't leave. That's why he knows all he has to do is give you that sob story, and then guess what? We're back. You're not going anywhere. So, all right. So next question. My hubby and I are not connecting anymore. It takes a lot to even get in the mood. Could I just be done? We are just having problems. Now, you said hubby. I would say, like, have you guys talked about doing some sort of like couples therapy, couples counseling, and seeing if you guys can reignite that flame? That's always an option, And if you want to do it and he doesn't want to do it, then there's your answer right there, right? So I would just say, if you guys had that conversation, you're not you're not in the mood. It kind of feels like you guys have grown apart. And that happens, over a period of time. And if you feel like that's happened, you need to have that conversation. Your first option shouldn't be like, I'm gonna go cheat. Your first option, because that's not gonna fix anything. You having issues with your relationship and you go cheat is not fixing nothing. You're just putting like a quick little band-aid on, like something that needs stitches, right? A huge gash. All you're doing is putting a little band-aid and your blood's still coming out, right? No. You need to fix that first, and fixing may be counseling or therapy, or fixing could also mean separating, okay? Because if you're with somebody who doesn't make you happy, there's no spice, there's no love, there's nothing there. You guys are basically roommates. Why would you stay in that situation? I would not want to be with somebody who I feel is just like roommates. And a lot of people are doing that. There's that people that I've known, you guys have seen it on the lives, who have been in relationships for there was somebody who said that she hasn't been intimate with her man for 25 years. Now, how long are you gonna wait? You're gonna wait 25 years? You're gonna spend 2 decades and a half on somebody who's not throwing you around in the bedroom? There's someone who would have, but you decided to stay, right? And trust me, I've heard multiple times. It wasn't just one person. There was 10 years. There was 15 years. I remember there was a 13 year, 7 years, 9 year. Like, I've heard all these numbers from a lot of these girls. Like, how long are you going to wait? Are you going to wait until you're like 9 years deep and be like, he's still going to change? Right? No. Now, you need anything longer than a few months, you should have been like, yo, what the fuck are we doing here? What is going on here? We need to fix this real quick. So it's not always easy. I know it's not always. Never once did I say leaving or fixing it was going to be easy. Never once did I say it's going to be easy. But it's what y'all need to do, Like, for example, building a business is not easy. It takes a lot of fucking work. And same with relationships. They're not easy. They take a lot of work. Okay. Sometimes you got to do shit that you don't want to do. And then even in business, like, hey, this shit ain't working. We got to close up shop. In a relationship, hey, like, this ain't working. We got to, let's go our separate ways because we're just wasting our time here. So, and I'm not just saying like, oh, hey, get divorced and then leave. No, it's a process. Like, especially if you're like a stay-at-home mom, you don't make any money. I'm saying like, now maybe let's get a job. Let's figure out, see if you can go with a friend or family, and things like that. Figure it out instead of just giving up and being like, well, there's nothing I can do. And that's what some people do. Like, it's crazy to me seeing that, like, how some people don't know what to do. They just give up. They're just like, well, I can't do anything. There is somebody else who I had a one-on-one session with, and and this is what I like. She wants to leave her man, but she was a stay-at-home mom. So instead of just leaving right away, because she doesn't have any family or friends around, she got a job. She's getting her finances together, and with her intentions to be leaving here soon, because just like she waited long enough. The man is the provider. He provides everything. She relied on him for, and it bit her in the ass. But now she's in the process of leaving this person, and she got a job, getting her finances together. This all took a period of time. It's not like it happened from one day to the next, but she had a plan, and she continues to have the plan. I can't say who it is, obviously, because then what if the man sees it and be like, what the fuck? But I told her to keep me updated whenever she does leave, because I think that would be an awesome, an amazing story, maybe even a podcast episode for you guys, so she can explain her process and what she did, because there's always ways to make shit happen. It's just giving up is the worst thing. I did that very thing. See, Kendra did that very thing. I left him in Arizona. My teenager kids are in Arizona. I'm in California. See, like, there's always ways. Off topic, but your hat is, I love your hat. Gracias. You're talking about my friend. Hey, it's crazy because a lot of people are going through that. I was with my ex for 11 years. We got into some bad things together and finally didn't want to do that anymore and finally left almost a year ago. I feel so free. Well, thank you for sharing, Jackie. See, there's always, Leah, ¿cómo estás? There's always ways to get out. It just, the easy route is just to be like, or the comfortable, well, I'm SOL. No, there's ways to make things happen. It just, you got to make it happen, right? Like nobody's going to come and save you. I got a job. He said I wasn't going to make what I make now. See, I know that story all the time. Like I've gotten a lot of those stories where they're like, oh, like you can't do it without me. You need me. And then when you start doing it, they're just like, what the fuck? She can actually do it? So I tried to make it work for 3 years and didn't just give up. See, there you go. See, she tried to make it work for 3 years and it just didn't work. So she finally said, and thank you for sharing too, by the way. So, all right, let's get into the next question. Oh no, hold on. And so I've been separated from my ex for about 6 years. He was with my sweetheart. He moved on. What? He was with my high school sweetheart. He's moved on, but I can't seem to stop seeing him every now and then. Like I've tried to not call him and check on him, but my mind is always on him. I haven't dated. I have no interest in dating. Like, what is wrong with me? I've been separated from my ex for about 6 years. See, what you need to do is stop reaching out, no matter how hard it is. This is what I recommend you do. You remove his number, like completely delete his contact. So now you don't have his information, and you block the number too. So he can't reach out to you, because the more you let him to reach out to you, the longer it's going to take you to get over this person, you know, because if 6 years and you can't get over him, he's probably over you, to be 100% honest. But one phone call, now you're back in it. One meetup, now you're back in it. And especially if you're hooking up with him, he's going to continue to come get that cookie whenever he wants, if it's there. You know, I guarantee you, if you didn't give it up, like if you're giving it up to him, he ain't going to be coming back. He ain't going to be coming around very much. He's not going to be talking to you the same. So the reason it's taking you so long to get over this person, and I get it, like your answer is there. 6 years and you guys have never made it work or gotten back together. 6 years. You know, think about that. False hope, absolutely. You know, I know, like, you see this in your head, like one day it's gonna work. I just gotta wait. No, it's not gonna wait, or it's not gonna work, because if he wanted to, he would. You wouldn't be waiting 6 years to try to get with this guy. And he's gonna continue to breadcrumb you, because he knows that's what gets you. That's what gets you. And when he knows that, he's just gonna continue to do it, and you let it happen. So technically, this is both y'all fault. You let him come back. Again, if you're being intimate with him, then guess what? Now he's gonna be like, yeah, I love you, girl, like this is and that. Come and hook up, and then he leaves, and then he's right back to his BS. So I would just say, stop communicating with this person. You need to leave him, like, let him go. And if that means blocking him, if you can move to a whole different place, like, that is a great option too, because now you can't meet up randomly. You know, because at the end of the day, like, you need to be happy. He's not making you happy, and I feel like you're holding on to some false relationship that's never gonna work. So think about that, and the sooner you can just cut this guy off, the sooner you're gonna be able to heal over this, and find that person who's gonna treat you the way you want to be treated. So that's my advice on that one. People are stuck on hope and hoping that they will change. Change will never come. Absolutely. Hey, Pa, how are you? What's up, Jessica? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Let me see if there's any. It never works. A guy waited 17 years and we tried. It didn't work. I'm done. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's 6 years. You've waited 6 years and you've never dated in those 6 years because you've been stuck on this guy. You have to sit back and actually look at the whole situation, because I guarantee you, if your friend was like, oh, I've been trying to make it work for like 6 years, they would be like, leave, girl. Because I would have been like, what are you doing? So all right, next question. Uh, is it true that all guys circle back? Now, I wouldn't say all guys, but most guys do. Most guys do, especially exes. Exes are notorious for that. They leave, and then later on they get that itch to come back. Not itch to be in a relationship with you, but itch to, hey, I want to come and hook up with you again. Like, I want that cookie again. It isn't just guys. It's true. It's true. Like, both guys and girls, they always come back. But sometimes it's just to get that cookie, because if they wanted to be if it didn't work out the first time, what makes you think it's going to work out? Like, yeah, some people will feed you the, oh yeah, like, no, you were the girl that I ever wanted, like this and that. And then like, and then they end up leaving again, right? So yeah, for the most part, a lot of guys try to spin the block again, come right back. But it's because you let them come back. And you keep letting them. Kind of like the question before, like, the more you let them keep coming around, the more they're going to keep doing it. Even if they're in a relationship, they'll continue to do it. You see some guys who have a side piece and they'll be like, oh, I love you, girl. I'll leave her soon. No, he ain't going to leave. But he's going to continue to come get this cookie as long as it's there, as long as you give it to him. And same with the guys, like, they're going to keep coming back. It's, that's why if you guys have broken up, they're your ex, don't bug me at all. And that's why when I date somebody and we break up, I block them. Like, y'all think I'm joking. Like, I'm not trying to do that. And then plus the person that I start talking to, I don't want to put them through that at all. Like, oh, you're still friends with your ex? Oh, you still talk to your ex? You still follow your ex? No. Remove their number. Block them on all social medias. We have no contact. Even if it's on good terms. I wouldn't want to do that to whoever I'm with, and I wouldn't want them to do that to me either, too. So, because some of these guys just be coming back around, and especially if they sniff another guy around, they're gonna be like, oh shit, let me go over here, because hell no, you're not gonna be with my ex. My ex is just for me. All right, next question. All right. I need advice. What should I do? I started talking to this guy for a couple months, met in person, hit it off. It was great. Ever since we've been texting and all, but lately I've been the one sending text messages. He does respond all late or sometimes not at all, but he still sends flirty memes. Girl, flirty memes? You guys are Instagram buddies. You guys are meme pals, because you notice the shift in the person and pay attention to that shift, because if it was all great and dandy, it would still be great. But you felt a shift where he doesn't message you as much, sometimes really late, sometimes not at all. Like, it's clearly, his actions are clearly telling that he's not interested in you. Because if he was interested in you, you wouldn't feel those ways. You'd be like, oh yeah, he likes to hang out, he likes to talk, yeah, we send memes to each other, like that. Yeah, of course you guys should send memes. And sending flirty memes, like, is that all you think that you deserve? And he could also be talking to somebody else too. Like, don't forget that he could also be talking to somebody else, and he's just like breadcrumbing you just to see like where this goes over here, so he'll like breadcrumb you over here just to see like, hey, maybe this will work out, and I'll keep her around just in case this doesn't work out. So no, if you felt that shift, things changed. No, you deserve somebody who's going to give you full attention and not make you feel like that. Because let's be honest, most people got a watch. Most people got their phone on them. I got two over here, like this one and this other one. They'll see your notification. Sometimes you do get a little busy. Okay, sometimes you do get a little busy and you may not be able to respond to that person, because you could either do one or two things. One, not answer, but message them as soon as you get a chance. Be like, hey, I was doing this, sorry about that. Cool. Or tell them, hey, I'm going to be busy for a little while, so I won't be able to message you. And then great communication right there, right? But somebody who just like doesn't message you at all, or super late and is super dry towards you, clearly, and that's why I always say, pay attention to their actions, because their actions are going to tell you exactly how they feel towards you. Not what they say. I can tell you right now, girl, I'm gonna treat you like a queen. But then my actions have been, I barely call you, I barely text you, we hardly ever go out. Like I cancel a bunch of dates, right? Pay it like which one is, clearly I can tell you I'm gonna treat you like a queen, but I'm actually treating you like the freaking jester. So pay attention to that. And if you felt that shift, I know it sucks, girl, but sometimes we just gotta move on, right? All right, next question. Where am I at? Been with my friends with benefits for a year and a half. We would talk, text, and saw each other a lot. He would even buy me gifts since January. I called him 20 times. I was drunk. He started being distant. We don't talk for days and see each other for one times a week, if that. Did I push him away? I think you guys pushed each other away. Okay. You drunk texting him? A girl, okay, not girl, but a friends with benefits or a sneaky link, you guys shouldn't be talking every day. You guys shouldn't be having boyfriend, girlfriend dates. You guys shouldn't be drunk texting each other. A friends with benefits or a sneaky link is just to meet up. Hey, want to meet up on Friday? All right, cool. See you then. It's to get you got some needs, he got some needs. And then that's it. You guys are doing like some sort of weird situationship going on over here. And that's what I'm saying. Like him buying you gifts and like doing all this other stuff, that's like boyfriend type of activities. So that's what I'm saying. And then he probably felt a weird type of way when you called him drunk called him 10 times, and if they were in a row, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on with her? That's why you guys obviously broke all the rules of a friends with benefits or a sneaky link. Again, a friends with benefits or a sneaky link is just to meet up, to hook up, get your needs, he gets his needs, and then you guys are good to go. You shouldn't be calling each other every day. You guys shouldn't be doing boyfriend-girlfriend activities, because that's more of a situationship, than a sneaky link or a friends with benefits. So I think he felt the type of way after you drunk called him 10 times, and if you left him voicemails like, I love you, like, why would you answer? Like if you were doing that type of stuff, I would have been like, what the fuck is she doing? So you could have pushed him away, yeah, but this just a whole mess. Why don't you just go find, like, if you want to be in a relationship, go find somebody who's gonna give you that relationship. So that's what I wanted, but my friends with benefit was so dry. You found the wrong one. That's why, Northeast. Like if a friends with benefits or a sneaky link gives you problems, find a new one. Why are you guys giving attention to somebody who's like not fulfilling in that area? Because trust me, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys out there who would be like, girl, I got you, like, no worries. But you're over here giving this dude like the time of day that's not fulfilling what you need. So plenty of fish in the sea, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, next question. I've never given head on my knees. What? You want to? Should I tell him or not say anything and just go for it because I suck that way, knowing it's my first time? Won't influence him. Well, I hate to break it to you, girl, but even if it's the same thing. Like, it's not like you're gonna suck it differently. You know what I mean? It's it's the same. I mean, I feel like it would be the same thing. You're just on your knees and he's standing. Just imagine he's laying down, and then be like, all right, I'm gonna pretend that he's laying down. That way, like, I can suck it the same. Or you could just be 100% honest, like fully transparent, be like, I've never done it on my knees. So like, if I do a weird movement or if I like a finger slips in your booty, my bad. But I would just say go for it. Like, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that this is your first time doing it on your knees. Like, and I'll tell you right now, girl, like, since I've had some science experiments and I've done some research, so I'll give you a little bit of feedback. Me getting some down there, laying down or on my feet is the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, just when I'm laying down, it's a little bit more comfortable for your boy, compared to like if you're just standing there. And And I think it would be comfortable all the way around, like on the bed, because now we have to worry about your knees, girl. Like, you don't want to get a carpet burn, right? But here's a great thing to do. Her going down on her knees, like say you go down on him in front of a mirror, is fucking fabulous, fantastic. Try that, okay? Because see, another reason that I like laying down is because, yeah, she can be going down on you, or you could just flip her around a little bit and like a little 6ix9ine action, little 6ix9ine action. You know, I love that too. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So, in my opinion, I use more of my back then knees. See, I'm a fan of both, and if it's your first time on your knees, just pretend he's laying down, girl. I've tried the mirror. See, mermaid lady knows what I'm talking about. Do it in the mirror. You know, I think that's when it's an elite time to be on your knees, is like if there's a mirror there, that way he can see you in different angles. And if you can, while you're going down on him, do a little reach around and play with yourself for a little bit, or play down, and he can see it. That shit is hot, top tier, fire. Okay, I followed the tip you said last time. What was the tip I said last time? I love seeing myself. See, Jackie loves seeing herself. Don't overthink it and just go for it. Absolutely. Don't overthink it. Just get on them knees, girl. I want to know what. Yes, the mirror. I want to know. I followed the tip you said last time. What was the tip? What was the tip, mermaid lady? Were you talking about me or somebody else in the chat? Don't forget to play with his. Oh, don't forget to play with the little guys too. Boy, I'm loving your advice. Gracias. I appreciate you. Give us more tips for women, because I feel like I tried many naughty things already. There's plenty of things. Include some toys. The mirror tip. See, mermaid lady knows what I'm talking about. She said she tried the mirror. And what was the mirror like? Did it make it a better experience for you, for him? It lay in your back and your head over the edge and suck on the beat. Ooh, that too. That's another fire way to do it, is when she's laying on the edge of the bed. You know what I mean? Like, the bed's here. Hold on. Let me see if I can. This is the bed, right? You put her head at the edge, and then you're effing her face. Top tier, you know? Top tier. If you haven't done it, try it. It's a great experiment, right? So we do a lot of stuff for science here. Love that. CEV. Some video recording too. Absolutely. Like, if you're with somebody you've been with for a while, or you can trust, recording goes a long way. You know, it spices things up, because when he's not around, or like say it's on your phone, out of nowhere, just send it to him. And then he's going to be like, God damn. Guys like to get booty too. Yes, I've heard that. Yesy. Some guys like to get their groceries eaten. And hey, if they like it, then go for it. Or put a pillow under your knees. That too. Suck the twins, like they like that. Love that position. See, there you go. Throw some dirty talk in there too. Absolutely. Or if you're effing her face, not a lot of dirty talk, just a whole lot of gagging and happy tears, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You know, sometimes you got to restrict the airways with a little meat, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, you know. And then once you do that, tears, happy, it's great. It's a great time. Sick one says top tier. Absolutely. Absolutely top tier. So, tips for dirty talk in Spanish. Just hit the, I don't know, like, there's different ways to say dirty stuff. Like, you can say, hey, gol. I don't know. I love it here. The best way to cry. Absolutely the best way to cry, Jackie. I mean, what would you say? I mean, you could say some, what would be some good things to say in Spanish? Because Evie wants to know some dirty talk terms that you may have used in Spanish. Okay. If he's playing video games, suck on his big stick, he won't be playing for long. That's true too. A little distracting. Like those videos where the girl shows up with like no top or something like that. Boy, don't get me started here. No sano here, or no sabo. Me gusta como me comes. Ooh. That's a good one too. Me gusta como me comes. Hey, que rico, papi. Ooh, you can say que rico, capita asado. What? What does that mean? Papacito, papi. Ay, que rico. See, there you go. Que rico. See, she's over here giving us terms. And I hope you guys use these too, not just like giving a term that you guys never used before too. Y'all sucias also better be dirty talking to your fellow. Hold up, let me ask ChatGPT. Hey, papi, papi, spank me harder. Dámelo duro. You can say, what? Dámelo duro. Okay. Hello, people. What's up, Ohana? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? I'm getting some naughty terms to say in Spanish. Tengo hambre, apúrase. Ooh, okay, I see. She's trying to get that protein shot. Shout out to the translators. What? Come así, papacito. Oh, come así, papacito. Is that what you're saying? Why he always calls me knowing that I'm married? Ignore that, man. He gonna get you in trouble. I like that one. Tengo hambre, apúrase. I'd be like, oh shit, sorry girl, I'm coming. Mente en mi cara. Ooh, shit, okay. Hello, always good to see you. What's up, Alejandro? ¿Cómo estás? Just listen to Pitbull music. Nah, real hungry. Better hurry up. Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's a fire one right there. Is that what you want for your birthday? Could be. What's up? Also, if you're in the Phoenix area, make sure you guys swing by Westgate, Salt. I'm gonna be there July 12th this Saturday. Okay. All right. Next question. What is this one? I haven't been eating in 2 years. My ex wasn't into it. Now I'm heading into that with a new guy who says he likes to eat. Pointers. What do guys want to hear during it? It's been so long. I don't know how to act. Kind of shy about it. I mean, obviously, if it feels good, give a little bit of feedback, moaning, right? And if it doesn't feel great, coach him a little bit. You know, tell him, oh, like right there, or keep his head right there. Something that you like, put their head, like keep their head there. Be like right there, do that. Moaning. I love it when they're like they start like doing some like weird muscle contractions. Like if you're doing it right. Let's see, like rubbing of the head is also fire. Even you trying to play with it a little bit too at the same time. Betty says just moan and give directions. Absolutely. Flavored jellies, another way to also enhance the experience. Get some like, what's it called? Edible lube, jellies. That way he has a great time. It tastes fabulous. And I think the best thing would be like coaching on what you like, like say he's going down there. Be like, yo, use your finger too, but doing it in a sexy way. Don't just be like, yo, hey, idiot, use your finger. Just be like, oh, like, use your finger, like moan it too, like to use your finger or something like that. Flip it and ride his face. That too, that shit is fire. Suffocate me, girl. Suffocate me. Hold on. Oh, I thought I was getting freaking restricted over on TikTok again, but it's this thing that when you go live for an hour, it tells you just to verify that you're still here. High heel, no clothes. Oh shit! Imagine the high heel, no clothes, and then she does like that little squat action right on your face. Yes, please. I'll take some of that. All right, next question. Is being loud a turn on? Now. It's not it's a turn on, but I think overdoing it is a turn off. Like there's some girls, let's be honest, who over fucking do it. I remember my buddy one time, he was like, I kissed a girl on the neck and it sounded like she freaking orgasmed. And I'm like, he's like, it kind of made me feel like a type of way. He's like, cause I just kissed her neck and she like went off. So I would say at the right times, and don't be sounding like these online videos either. You know what I'm talking about. Don't be sounding like those. But there's nothing wrong with being loud. That way the neighbors or whoever you want, like maybe your parents, maybe your husband that lives in the same home can hear it getting torn up. You know what I mean? So, but it is, I don't mind loud, as long as it like feels like you're actually into it, not just like, oh my god, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. I'm like, what the fuck? I just slid it in, girl. So is the girl making the first move a turn off? No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the girl shooting her shot. Go for it, you know. But also just be careful if you shoot your shot with somebody. They may think that you just want to hook up. So maybe invite them for some coffee. Don't just be like, hey, let's get dinner. You're gonna be like, hey, like, we should get coffee one of these days. So, all right, next question. I've been with my man for almost a year now, and anytime we get S, he gets too tired and can't orgasm. I've offered BJ's because I want him to still have fun and come, but he said no to BJ's multiple times. I never had a man turn down BJ's. Girl, if you're ever in the Arizona area, Gilbert, I know there's a guy that won't turn them down, loves them, enjoys them, appreciates them, and is thankful, is grateful when he gets them. Something's wrong with that dude. He's either getting it somewhere else, or he's having some issues down there. Because how you going to you gonna be like, hey, like, let me go down on you and like get you off, and he's like, I'm good, or you just suck. Like, I'm not saying you do. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what your head game is like. You know, maybe getting a few pointers, maybe watching a few videos and being like, am I doing it right? And then you watch it and you're like, all right, I'm doing it right. He's weird. You know, because if you're using teeth, if you're biting it and like he's not feeling great, then of course he's gonna be like, I'm good. But if he's getting it somewhere else, or you know, he's having issues down there, then I can see that too. So not a BJ, never happened to me. I'll be the judge of that. You know what I mean? Like, how's the performance down there? Again, if you're in the Arizona area, we can do some things for science. I can scale it, like rank it if you want. 1 being shitty, 10 being the best. You know, I'll let you know where you fit, because I can be like, yo, you used too much teeth, you bit it, you made me bleed, I started crying. It's a 1. So I'm here to help. We do stuff here for research purposes, for science purposes, just to help everybody out. You know, and if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do, right? I'm here for the people. All right, next question. I think it's this one. Anonymous, please. I have a friend, a BFF. She's a girl, love her, but lately been feeling things for her. However, I am married to a guy. Shit, I can't seem to stop thinking about her. I'm curious what to do. I'm scared to approach her since she knows I've been thought of leaving my partner. Okay, this one is a difficult one. See, this is why it's difficult. I feel like it would be difficult for people who are bi, because like, say like her, she's with a man, but she's craving the cat from this girl. She's craving her intimacy. So if you don't want to leave your man, well, you said you kind of want to leave him, maybe including her, telling her, hey, like, I want to include another girl. Maybe he'll be cool with that. Maybe everything will be great. Maybe that's what you guys need. But because here's the thing, as soon as you open that door, so as soon as you open that Pandora's box, it's gonna be very difficult to close that box, to close that door, because once it's open, you're gonna taste that a little bit, and you're gonna be like, I kind of want it again. Oh, it was so great. It's way better than my husband, you know. So like, you run that risk too, because if it's not so great at home and you go with somebody else and it's fucking phenomenal, what makes you think you're just gonna be like, all right, cool, I'm done, one time, we're good? No, you're gonna be like, wow, one more time, again, you know, again. So it kind of sounds like your guys are having some like intimacy, or you're going through some things, because if you're with a guy, I don't know if he's great in bed or great towards you, you know, like, what, I don't know what's going on with that relationship, you know, like, how is that going? Are you guys struggling in the intimacy area? that could be why you're craving this other person, or this person is not the one for you, because if you saw this girl and you can not stop thinking about them like that. But the only thing that's not going to help is the cheating. Like I said before, the cheating is not going to help. It's just going to make shit worse. It's going to confuse you even more. And if you get caught, it's just going to ruin whatever you have going on, right? And you're going to look like the bad person too. There was a guy, where was he? Did he send a question? I think he sent a question too. He said that, or was it on the live? I can't remember. He also said that he was with a girl. She cheated on him, and then he ended up leaving. Oh no, it was a whole different. It's happened multiple times. It wasn't a question or a TikTok. It was somebody else who told me that happens. You know, so that's why, like, you got to be careful when you're with somebody who buy, because if they get enough of that vitamin D, they might be like, yo, I'm trying to go get this cookie now. So again, I'm just questioning what's going on at home. Or maybe you like girls more than you do guys, but you're with a guy. You know, that could also be a thing. So you're in a tough little pickle there, miss. All right, next question. I love when my man chokes me and spits in my mouth during missionary, or when I'm sucking his D and he slaps me when I look up at him. I don't know, but it gets me wet. Oh, we love it. We love it over here. We love those questions because it just gives you flashbacks, right? It just, like, right now you probably thought of that person and just moist down there, humid down there now. Now you're just like, should I call him? Should I call her? You know, there's nothing wrong with being a super freak. And that's why, like, you have to learn your person too, because there's some people who do like to get slapped, and there's also some people who don't like to get slapped, right? Again, everybody's different. And there's also people who like to get spit on, and some that don't like, right? So that's why you have to find your person. Because imagine you slap somebody, like, fellas, especially fellas. Imagine you slap the girl and she's just like, what the fuck? Ends up calling the cops on you, domestic violence. So slowly get into that, right? Or maybe she's even going to tell you, right? Do this to me. Do this to me. And then the guy's going to be like, oh, shit, okay, she a freak. But I'm glad you sent that message, because I want people to see that that's what you love, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And so, and if it's not for somebody else, okay, cool, it's not for you. Because some people said no spitting, no slapping, and that's fine. You don't enjoy that as much as they do, but they can continue to keep doing it because they love it. There's some things that just turn you on more than other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And so I'm glad you message. That way you can encourage other people to and show them, hey, I like to get slapped a little bit. Hey, I like to get spit on a little bit. All right. Well, see, another thing that really turns me on is I love for my liquid kids to go on the roller coaster ride through your throat. I love that. Hell yeah. Take them all. Take them all for a ride because they need it. They need the excitement. All right. Next question. My girl turned off her location and told me I have nothing to worry about. Worry. And said I don't need to know where she is at all the time. Your thoughts? I mean, that is a really broad question. Maybe because if you guys share locations, and if you start bringing things up like, why'd you go over here? Oh, why'd you go over here? Like that starts getting annoying, right? Like say you're sharing locations. And like, say I'm sharing location with somebody and she's like, why'd you go over here? Why the fuck are you looking at my location right now? So I don't know if it's that way. I can see why she probably got tired of it and was like, stop. Like you don't need to know where I'm at. Now, if she just turned it off out of nowhere, she probably went to the Sancho house, right? Like if she was in Arizona, you know, she probably came to Gilbert, you know, and wanted some science experiments. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying there's people in Gilbert, Arizona who love to have science experiments for research purposes. Like, I'm just saying that could have happened. So if she was in the Arizona area, that could have happened, right? I would worry about that if they gave you no reason to remove you, like location wise, and just like don't worry about it. You don't need to know where I'm at. Kind of a red flag there. I'm just saying. I have returned. Happy early birthday, chulo. Hey, gracias, Regina. I appreciate you, girl. So I would worry about it because I'd be, oh, what the fuck? You remove me? I don't need to worry. Like, I don't need to know where you're at. Like, what brought you to this conclusion? All right. I'm going to do one more. All right. Bro, I hope you see this soon. I'll try to make it short and to the point. For about 3-ish years now, I've been telling my wife how I feel about a relationship. Lack of various forms of intimacy, including lack of communication, her end, no goals, aspiration, my goals without her support, and how I see things are heading. Basically, I saw it and felt, behaved like friends. We agreed conceiving another kid whilst going through a divorce. Met someone shortly after conceiving. We both had our guards up and didn't necessarily give our all, but you can say feelings start to develop. Here's the thing. I know he talked about, leaving your person and then getting into a relationship with somebody else. And you're saying that maybe feelings are starting to develop. I don't think you gave yourself time to heal. Like, that's my thing. Because you went from one relationship to another. Instead of ending the relationship, worrying about you and the kids, and then maybe a few months down the road, years down the road, then you decide to get back into the dating world. Because usually, right after your relationship, the next person, especially if it's right away, is usually the rebound, and that's why I'm saying, like, you need to learn how to be alone for a little while, heal from whatever relationship you were in, because being in this relationship, getting another kid, and then moving on to another relationship, that you gave yourself absolutely zero time to heal. Like, I'm just being 100% honest. And I don't know how long you were with this person, but still, you need to give yourself time to heal. And now you're just kind of like, maybe this person is giving me, maybe feelings are being developed. No, that connection usually tends to happen right off the top, especially for guys. So guys typically know when they want something serious with somebody within the first few dates. Like, not marriage. I'm not saying like, oh, I see this person as my wife. More just like, hey, I actually kind of do want to continue seeing this person off the top. Or they're just like, nah, like maybe just somebody to keep around for a little while or see where things go. I'm not really too gravitating to this person, or those feelings. So if you're like, we're kind of getting feelings, like why weren't you guys pretty connected from the get-go? Like, I'm sure you guys, even like that are married now, like when you first started talking to somebody, like you felt that connection off the top, right? Did it last the whole longer? No, but or depends on the person, because some people go through the whole puppy love phase or the honeymoon phase, and then all of a sudden they switch up on you. But I would just say, like, if you're questioning this other person that you're with now too, maybe take some time for yourself, heal, take care of your kids, worry about them. Don't just get right back into the dating world, because I know this guy, he's getting a divorce through his with his girl, and like we joking around, we're like, hey, like let's find you a girl to go on a date with, and he's like, nah, he's like, that's the last thing on my mind right now. He's like, the only thing I'm worrying about right now is my kids and just figuring out me. And honestly, I was like, that's the best thing you can do, because he's not trying to have another rebound. He's not trying to bring somebody into his life that's just not going to be around. And he's also not ready to be out there. He doesn't want to give 20% of him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when somebody doesn't give you 100% of them, like, you can feel that. And I also wouldn't want to give somebody just 50% of me, no, that's why you got to come healed and open to be in a relationship, instead of still not over your ex. You didn't heal at all. You just got out of a relationship, so you can't even give this person your full, all of you. So that's why. So especially after breakups, take your time. Ladies too. Don't get right into another relationship. I don't care what he says. He's making you feel great at the moment. You're loving the moment. You're not loving the person. And then guess what? You're just like, fuck, I don't think I like this dude. Because I've been in that situation before where I was the rebound. That shit fucking sucked, right? I'm thinking, oh yeah, this girl's cool. And then later on, she was just like, I'm not really feeling this. And then she ended up going back with her ex. And I was just like, what the fuck happened here? So, but anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. We're going to continue the questions because I still got a shit ton of questions. On Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, if you guys are in the Arizona area, definitely stop by Westgate this Saturday. The one that's in, you can say Glendale, the one by the State Farm Arena. I'm going to be there. Come say what's up. Come party with your boy. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to be there from anywhere from 10:30 till about 2 a.m.-ish. I am going to be taking some necklaces with me, the Sustia necklaces. I don't think I have one right here, but if you guys come, say what's up, and remind me about the necklaces, I'll give you one until I run out. Usually I forget that I have them in my pocket unless somebody tells me. And then sometimes when I have gone and gave them away, they go fast. But anyways, I'll see you guys on Thursday, 7 p.m. Go get something from naughtyscience.com. If you guys want to get me a gift, buy something from Naughty Science, and then when you go and do some research, experiments, you think of me. And also shout out to everyone who listened to the podcast episode. It has a lot to do with relationship dynamics. So if you haven't listened to that, Uncomfortable Convos, link is in the bio if you guys want to check that out. That's my podcast, new episode every Monday. Shout out to everyone who does listen to it. I'm getting super close to 1 million downloads. So if you can, go watch it, go listen to it, go stream it. This whole this whole live is going to go up on YouTube. It should be up by tomorrow morning. So if you guys missed your guys' question, go check it out tomorrow. And then if you don't want to miss it, be here Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when I do these type of lives. Here in a little while, I might do a little bonus live, a little bit more intimate live on TikTok. That's where I do the bonus lives. So while I'm editing this stuff, I might go live. I don't know. I might chat with you guys. But anyways, that was a mouthful. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. So definitely come back, y'all. You hearing? What is the Bugs Bunny? That's all, folks.